go. The final heat on the track. Seed times have slipped down a little bit, but it becomes relatively mathematical at this stage. Who cares what their seed time is? The time they do need to beat is 4:12.87, set by Ryan Berger. That being said, some of the favorites in here based on submitted seed times we should look to. Caleb Toffland from Wichita, Kansas. Jackson Gackenheimer from Warsaw, Indiana. Dylan Flores from Glendora, California. Cole Mazurana from Niwot, Colorado. Always great runners coming from Niwot. And Yusuke Shibata from Eugene, Oregon. Also a hot spot for great runners. And we're underway. Okay, a big field. 24 answering the starter's gun, sorting themselves out down the back straightaway. A few elbows being thrown here and there as they safely create some space around them. So again, probably looking for a pace. Need to sort of be targeting 63s at this stage if they're going to beat that 4:12. Miles Wicks opens things up. Apologies, it's Cooper Stream in 61, so they're good opening lap. Typically in a mile race, the opening lap a little bit faster, then they slow down a little bit, then this is the pattern. 3/4 lap, the third lap a little bit slower, and then obviously kicking to the line, often the fastest lap. That's sort of the standard pacing. But as I mentioned, you can surprise people by shaking things up a little bit and doing something a little bit different. Stream going a bit off of the front here. No one really wanting to chase. That's Lucas Alberts from Sacramento. A little check back there from Stream. This is Stream's only race here this weekend. So if there's a big change, he will bring them to the halfway mark in 2:04. So we're on target to get under the 4:12. And if we do that, and it's not Cooper Stream, they will have to thank him because he was the one that rashly went out here to get this going. Some action coming from the field now. Multiple runners taking jumps off the front to try and track down the move. Jace Deladone is the one who's making a move. We saw Deladone in the 3000. He finished 10th in the Emerging Elite 3000. Got a great result there for him. Yoshuko Shibata, I mentioned him in the intro. Shibata now coming up and will challenge Stream. Shibata responds to the bell, and nicely so, with an injection of pace, 63 seconds. So they did slow down a little bit on the third lap. So as I've talked about, when you make a move here with the bell, responding to the bell, or with 300 to go, you need to fully commit to that, and that's what Yusuke Shibata, he runs for the local Oregon Track Club, so he'll have lots of fans in the stands. Shibata, full of running down the back straightaway. 200 to go now for the local. Shibata passing the water jump. A little shoulder check there from him. And a second one. Best to just focus on getting down the track as quickly as he can because the cavalry is charging from behind. Shibata has got to dig in. There is a huge chase coming from behind. Shibata hanging on. Is he going to get there? The line comes up. Shibata barely survives to the finish line. Yashuka Shibata, 62 seconds for the last lap, 4:12.47. And that will just barely get the overall win here in the emerging elite 1 mile run for Yashuka Shibata. He did it the gutsy way, going for it with about 420 meters to go, just over a lap to go. He struck out for home and hung on all the way to the finish. It was Carson Smith who was leading the charge of the cavalry there, breathing down Shibata's neck. He was second. Lucas Alberts was in third.